Hey, welcome back everyone. This is Austin from Unsaved Progress. I think this is the first time I've ever done that, or I've ever introduced myself in a way that's equivalent to the podcast that I've been doing. I feel like I should do that more often, since I've now gone to the point where... Also, shit, hold on, I forgot. I need to do something for like a quick second. Sorry about that. There we go. So I just needed to post that I was streaming more Torment. And I'm just in this thing where I'm just like, I gotta, this will probably be the last session for like a while, to be honest, because I feel like I really need to actually get more Katawa Shoujo done. But right now it's just, this is just what I want. This is really all I care about at the moment. Day 7. Yeah. Okay. So where were we? So where we were was we figured out that, what does it say in our journal? Let's take a look at our journal. So there's this one night hag named Ravel, I don't know, Puzzlewell, that has apparently stolen our mortality. That seems like that's our overall deal. And apparently Puzzlewell was sent to this maze by the Lady of Pain. And I have to figure out how to get there. And apparently someone at, what does it say, Civic Fest Hall might know how to find Puzzlewell. So I guess that's where we're at. Where do I start though? There's just so many fucking characters around here. It's ridiculous. Like, this is the first time I've felt like kind of overwhelmed, you know? Like, there's just so much stuff here that I'm just like, I don't even know where the fuck to start. Hey buddy, I'm talking to you first. Oh, it's a chick. This woman has a yellow cast to her skin and severe features. Tattoos cover her body, and she wears a long blade at her side. Her eyes are like two small black pearls. As you approach her, they follow Dakon's movements. Before you reach her, Dakon breaks in. I would have you hear me. What is it, Dakon? It is my will that we do not speak to this woman. Very well then, we will not. You have my gratitude. Think nothing of it. Interesting.
All right.
Watch just like a shitload of stuff with that character, and then straight up a character tells you don't talk to them. Like, have you ever seen that happen in a fucking Western RPG? Most characters in any like Western RPG, if they have like a huge amount of dialogue or voice acting or whatever, they'll usually like be kind of shoved in the player's face constantly, almost, you know? Just to make sure that the player doesn't miss them. Because it's like, oh, we worked so hard on working on this whole thing that we don't want you to miss it. This game, like, 100% just doesn't give a fuck about that. And I love it. Like, this game does not care what you miss. It doesn't care about what you miss, and there's so much stuff that obviously you're gonna miss a bunch of stuff. Playing it for the first time. But it's so fucking cool. I love because having like crazy amount of stuff that's easy to miss is such a, and having all this like these characters that you can talk to, and having them all be super detailed is such a, it really helps with like just making the world feel super real and alive, you know. And it's way more interesting than almost any other role-playing game has ever done, at least to me. I guess the closest thing that I've seen would be like Divinity Original Sin 2, though I've never played that much of it, so I can't really talk too much about it. You see a pretty young woman in fine clothes. Her skin lacks the usual yellow tint of the inhabitants of this world. She appears to be watching 3 nearby creatures with interest. Oh, it's these 2. She turns to face you, and an annoyed look crosses her face. Yes? What do you want? I have some questions. Fine. She looks irritated. What are you doing here? There's going to be a fight, and I want to see it. She smiles wickedly. It should be interesting. A fight? See? See the 3... Thakola? Fucking... Over there, she points to 3 hulking creatures with rippling muscles. They're going to try to kill an Abishai. She snorts. The stupid oafs. I've heard of something called an Abishai. What exactly is it? It's a lower plains creature. A Batsuzu, I think. She frowns in thought. In any case, Abishai have nasty dispositions, sharp claws, and can cast spells. Very formidable. Thakola look like they can take care of themselves. Normally, I would say yes. Thakola are very powerful warriors. She smiles slyly and leans in to whisper you. However, I know something they don't. What might that be? Abishai can only be hurt by magic. She snickers. Thakola will be slaughtered. I have no doubt about it. She straightens up and watches the Thakola eagerly. How do you know they could only be hurt by magic? She gives you an annoyed look. My husband is very high up in the Harmonium. The Harmonium guards are trained to deal with creatures such as the Abishai. She looks away. That's how I know. My husband told me. Why don't you warn the Thakola? Why should I do that? I'm the one who suggested the fight. Why? My husband tries to better his social standing with his underlings by drinking with them in the local taverns. Last evening, he forced me to just such an occasion. Those 3 oafs over there, boasting of their prowess as warriors, it was obvious they were in a drunken stupor when they decided to leave. One of them tripped and fell into the table I was sitting at. She pauses. Go on. She frowns angrily. Most of the drinks at the table spilled into my lap and ruined a very expensive evening gown. So, while the Cretan was trying to apologize, I whispered to him that I only accepted the apology of a warrior of stature. If he were truly such a warrior, he'd be able to defeat an Abishai in hand-to-hand combat. You're going to get them killed because they ruined a dress?
Updated my journal.
You obviously do not understand the intricacies behind the situation. She looks at you like you are an idiot child. I was embarrassed and humiliated in front of my husband and his underlings. She looks angry. I see. Where's the Abishai? This huge creature stands over 9 feet tall. Rippling muscles support its massive frame. It seems to be engaged in conversation with 2 similar creatures next to it. Seems to be engaged in conversation with 2... Sorry. He turns at your greetings and looks down at you. A look of confusion crosses his features. Great small one. See ya. It's over there, the marketplace, pawn shop, wrecked house, coffin maker. Coffin maker! That is Amaris, right? That offer insults me in all of my past generations. Come now, you insult me, eh? 100 coins? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. You see a florid, boisterous man. He's shouting and carrying on like there's a war that's about to come through. Like he's got something lodged in his intestines, like he's too excited about something to talk in a normal tone of voice. Oh, an auction. Maybe we can sell Anna here. I'd gut you if you had something. If you said something to gut, Skull. Must be love. It's love, right, boss? Leave it off, you two. I need to ask some questions here. His rapid-fire delivery makes it difficult to understand him. You, sir, are you there? You look like you could use something. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but give me some time. Give me time, and I'll have it figured out on the spot. You need rooms? I got rooms. You need supplies? I got supplies. What are you selling? Okay, so he's got rooms. Cool. I could identify stuff. I think I've already got everything that I want identified, so I think I'm good there. Let me just sell some stuff then, I guess. Bone dagger. Oh yeah, bone dagger. Bone dagger.
Done.
Lenny. You can't determine what this odd device is. Yeah, what the hell is that thing? Let's take a look at it. You see a feral-looking young man in shoddy clothes. His eyes dart about as he scans his surroundings. He notices your approach and begins eyeing you warily. He looks you up and down, then glances about, returning his attention to you and gives you a wicked grin. You best have a good reason for disturbing Lenny, Burke. I have some questions. He laughs at you. I ain't no tout. You got questions? Go find one. His smile broadens. You best push up before I have to bleed you. Alright, see ya. Fucker. Where does this go? That goes to the upper ward. So where is, the clerk's ward? I know I have to go to the clerk's ward anyway. Where is the clerk's ward, though? Oh, there's a whole other pathway over here. Maybe that could lead to the clerk's ward. Or, who knows, whatever. What? She cannot understand your speech. She says she is dying. Is there anything we can do for her? Know that she will not recover. I can put her out of her misery, that is all. As a Zerth of the people, it is my responsibility to provide an alternative. Then be merciful, Takan. Takan draws his blade and waits for the woman to prepare herself. She touches the unbroken circle of Zerthamon he wears for a moment, and her face is stoic. His blade is a blur, and when he has completed the stroke, she lies bleeding on the hard stone of Sigil Street. Well struck, Takan. Let's go.
Updated my journal.
I am not going to loot her corpse. Because that's something... Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Because that would be kind of fucked. I'm just gonna leave. Where's this print shop? Warehouse. What the fuck is the print shop? That's the siege tower. And there's nothing else here. Well, fuck me. Not a fan of that. I guess the clerk ward could be in the lower ward. Fucking... Oh, that's not great. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. There's nothing that I could do for them. Oh, what's that? The marketplace pawn shop. There's also the coffin maker. Let's go to the coffin maker. Because I've heard about this coffin maker.
All right.
You see a rugged-looking, square-jawed man. He turns to you with his wide smile. How are you, Cutter? Good day to you. Good day indeed. He squints at you for a second, then adjusts his hand out to shake yours. Hammer's at your service. Member of the Harmonium and the fashioner of fine coffins for the recently departed. I think I know you, do I not? Let me see if I can place it. He pauses to think a moment. Sharp with names I was in the Harmonium. Let me tell you, knew everyone on the entire ward. I hear your father died. Can you tell me what happened? Well, he disappeared some time ago, so I can only assume that he's dead. Where'd you hear this? I don't recall. Oh yes, many years ago. My father was a talented stonemason. He did not only construct sarcophagi, but he was also quite skilled in tomb design. People from across Sigil. The room begins to fade around you as a memory tugs you at your consciousness.
Updated my journal.
You find yourself standing in this very shop, talking with an older man while a child sits in the corner and plays. On the counter between you and the shopkeeper is a set of plans. He seems to be explaining some intricacies of the construction of a tomb. Your vision fades as you try to examine the details of the plans. So is that me talking to Hemris about... When your sight returns, you are standing in a cavern in front of a tomb. Above the entry, you see the slogan, Engineered for Eternity, clearly carved in stone. The shopkeeper is standing next to you. With an older... So it's another guy. So this is... The shopkeeper is standing next to you, a broad smile on his face. He gestures to you and begins to walk into the tomb. You quietly match his pace from behind and draw your blade. Oh God. You find yourself back. He's looking at you with some concern. Are you well, sir? Tell me what happened to your father. He simply vanished one day, leaving most of his commissions unfinished. Most embarrassing. It took a long while to get out of the debt caused by his disappearance. To an extent, I am still getting various accounts. Still, I have a certain aptitude for the work, and... He sighs lightly and gets a faraway look in his eyes. He shrugs. Sorry, I was just thinking. My father's disappearance was the reason I joined the Harmonium, and left it later on. At first, I had a burning desire to find out what happened to him. Later, I felt a certain obligation to continue his life's work. I never found the answers I sought. It was quite the mystery as to what happened. Did your father keep any plans for the tombs he built? Thinks for a moment. Yes, he did. After I came of age and inherited the business, I went through all his records. They were quite extensive. Why do you ask? If I describe a tomb to you, could you tell me if it was your father's work? He frowns in thought, then shrugs. I couldn't but try. My harmonium training has blessed me with a sharp memory. I should be able to recognize my father's work if you give me enough details. He thinks for some time. There's little doubt that the tomb you describe is my father's work. The slogan you mention has been the family trademark for several generations. He pauses and gives you a strange look. This tomb. Where is it located? You describe the location in detail, surprising yourself with the knowledge you have of the area. Amaris watches you with a concerned look. Odd, I don't recall anything in the family records that would even permitted him to construct a tomb there. The Dustmen are very careful about building rights and real estate, especially beneath the streets of Sigil. Then you recognize the location? He nods enthusiastically. Oh yes. Sounds like the Drowned Nations catacombs to me. He pauses. I've never been there myself, but I've heard the area described many a time in my years in the Harmonium. So I've already been there. You know if your father kept the plans of that tomb. Yes, the warehouse where I store my goods handles my business documents as well. Anyway, they're having internal problems of some sort. New management or some such nonsense. I've been able to replenish my stock of late, and I doubt I could retrieve any paperwork from them either. The Harmonium would never let things get so out of hand as to cause distress to its customers. His voice fades away as he thinks, and then he looks at you. Perhaps you would look into the matter for me? The warehouse? Yeah, the warehouse is having some internal problems of some sort, whatever that means. I can't get any stock from them until the matter is cleared up. The Harmonium would never let things get so out of hand as to cause distress to its customers. His voice fades away as he thinks, and then he looks at you. Perhaps you would look into the matter for me? So I don't have a choice if I want the plans. I'll do it.
My journal.
Excellent. If you deal with this issue satisfactorily, you may have your plans for free. He gets that lecture look on his face again. That may not seem like sufficient payment, but let me tell you about the difficulty involved creating in those plans. I have some questions. Is your friend here? He glances at the customer. Dimtree? He shrugs like he hadn't considered the fellow before. Quiet. Doesn't say much. Do you, Dimtree? Dimtree doesn't respond, but simply gives the same blank expression. A few seconds later, he nods. Emery's shrugs, turns back to you. Wandered in one day a few weeks back. Been a regular ever since. He hasn't bought anything, but he doesn't cause any trouble, so I let him stay. He seems harmless enough. You see, when I was serving the Harmonium, part of our work was to take people under our wing, give them a little shelter from the chaos of the streets, get them spruced up. Alright. The man turns slightly at your greeting, just enough to acknowledge your presence. You notice that he's a little pale of complexion and rather gaunt looking. He's giving you a blank stare. The shopkeeper does not seem to notice any of this and continues this stream of useless prattle. Are you all right? The man continues to stare at you and slowly nods. You wait for any further response, but he says nothing, only stares. You're about to turn away in frustration when you think you notice a strange musty odor about the man. You lean in and sniff at the man. Unsure what you'll find as you do, a musty odor fills your senses. An odor you realize Recognized from your time in the mortuary, it is the smell of dead flesh preserved by magic. You're a zombie, aren't you? The creature continues to stare at you blankly. Slowly, as if with great effort, he begins to reply to you. Only your speak with dead power makes him understandable. Yes, I am Dimtree. Why are you here, Dimtree? Dimtree slowly glances at the shopkeeper and makes a feeble gesture toward him, seeing this as a sign of interest. The shopkeeper redoubles his efforts in telling whatever tale he is relating to the poor creature. Dimtree looks at you again. Hammer's. He talks. Hammer's never stops. Wanders town. Annoys master. Annoys everyone. Master create Dimtree. Tells Dimtree talk Hammer's. Now Hammer's stay in shop. Master happy. Town happy. Dimtree sad. Master. Is there anything I can do to help you? The creature pauses. Yes, fine, master. Sebastian, ask him, release me. Please. He returns his attention to Hammer's momentarily. Please. Why don't I just put you out of your misery? No. Master, revive. Must ask, master. Sebastian, please. He awaits your answer. Sure. I'll see what I can do for you.
Updated my journal.
I can almost sense a feeling of relief emanating from the zombie. Dimtree, thank you, friend. Welcome. You know where I can find... the creature gives you a barely perceptible shrug of the shoulders. No, nothing. Dimtree summoned my master. No darkness. Peace. Rest. Then hammers. Sorry. Help you, if could. You know where I could find Sebastian? The creature pauses. Not know. Remember voice. Give order. Be here. Walking hammers. Nothing more. Sorry. Okay.
All right. I'm gone.
So that's 2 quests. There's the warehouse. I'm assuming that's the warehouse. I want the redhead. Jesus.
Done.
Welcome to the vaults of the... What the fuck is that? Oh, it's just a floating face with horns. Welcome to the vaults of the 9th world. How may I serve you on this fine day, Sigillian? What is this place? The vaults of the 9th world is pleased to serve as a warehouse for the lower ward and all the sentients of Sigil. Our motto is, when one world just isn't big enough. We provide storage space for those that have little to spare. Our prices are competitive, our service exemplary, and our courtesy to customers is known throughout the plains. What are you? I am the voice of the vault of the 9th world. I am here to serve you, the customer. Instruct me in what you desire. I'd like to store something. I'm sorry. We seem to be full up at the moment. Can I do anything else for you? I thought this was supposed to be a huge store. I'd like to claim something. Was that what you were looking for? I was told that I could retrieve some plans for a tomb here. Plans for a tomb? You don't look dead, sir. Not that it's any business if you are. Here are your plans, sir. Can I get you anything else? Farewell. We at the vaults of the Ninth World value your business. Please return. Yeah, I'll bet. I feel like, yeah, I'll bet is very, it's very sarcastic. Well, not sarcastic, sorry. Yeah, sarcastic. That's the word.
This air's making my skull itch.
Here you go, buddy. Good day again, Cutter. As I deal with the situation at the warehouse and got the
Updating my
plans.
journal.
He smiles and nods. Well done, Cutter. As I said, you may keep whatever you recovered from the warehouse as your reward. Thank you for your help. I have some questions. That was weird. Plans would make more sense if you were in the tomb itself. You could then make direct comparisons between the plans and how they were implemented. Ooh.
I'm gone.
Yeah. Oof. Okay, I'm off to do that then.